going on, everybody? Groom Repair here. Today I'm going to show you a likely fix on an E150 and probably other Fords too, probably the F150, that obviously the 250s, 350s, 450s are going to be the same. A lot of them, they stop blowing out of the vents here, and they will only blow out on the defrost vents. And so you're going to notice that when you shut the engine off, wait a second, let it lose some vacuum. There's a reservoir under the hood that holds a little bit of vacuum for a minute. All of the diverters for the heating and air conditioning are vacuum controlled actuators, and when you don't have enough vacuum, it defaults to the defroster, because that's the one that you absolutely need for safety reasons if your windshield's fogging up in the wintertime. But yeah, it's starting to not blow out these vents anymore. Not sure if you can hear it, but it's defaulting to the defrost vents. Now, if that happens to you, the likely fix is going to be what I'm about to show you. There is a vacuum reservoir from the factory on these vans. It's underneath the hood, underneath the heat box, in between the heater box and the chassis. Basically, it's almost impossible to get to. If you were to get to it, it would take you hours. So what I'm going to show you is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money, and it's going to work better. As these vans get older, they produce less vacuum. Those vacuum reservoirs can crack and leak, or you can have a leaky hose going to it, and this is what you want to check, and this is the fix for it. First thing we're going to do is pop the hood. Now there's a hose here. Mine's disconnected because I'm no longer using it. But this hose used to run to the reservoir from the factory, and it would run to the engine. And now that engine hose is plugged in to this thing. This is the reservoir that I added in. You want to make sure that you plug it in on this side from the engine, and then this one here goes to a check valve here, and I have links down in the video description for both of these parts. And then this hose runs in through the doghouse. I drilled a hole into the doghouse. That's the cover on the inside of the van for the engine. You can see the hose is right here, and I just drilled a small hole right in here, and you pull this off by loosening these 4 latches down here. Got more on that side, one there and one down here, and then this whole thing can lift off. So if you don't want to drill it in the doghouse, you can drill it in through the firewall here. But then it runs, so it runs from there. That's the antenna. It runs from there, comes down over here, and this is where the reservoir would plug in onto the dash side. There's a white hose here and a black hose. The white one goes to one of the actuators, so you're going to hook this hose up. You're going to cut this. There's a connector down here. You have to cut it, and then hook the hose up to the this goes to the switch that's on the HVAC control panel. It's a vacuum controlled switch, and now you're supplying all the vacuum to that switch by plugging it into this black hose here, and I got a zip tie there just to keep it from leaking. But anyway, that's how you fix the bad vacuum reservoir under the hood without having to tear everything apart and spend hours on it. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, be sure to give it a like. If you got any questions, leave them down in the comments. Thanks for watching.